thanks for coming on, man. We just wanted to chat some golf with you.
Absolutely.
We talked last week, about a week and a half, with Scott Hamilton. Wanted to get some golf instructors on here and chat some golf. How's everything going down there in Hilton Head?
All is good. It's still busy down here. Being a resort island, there's a lot of people coming to visit still. There's lots of outdoor activities. So I think there's a certain feel safe attitude that you can have when you come here, because you can rent a house and there's plenty of space to be with your own folks.
As Sea Pines you said.
I love the hat. Hold on a sec.
Yeah. Thank you. I got the hat. I got the sweatshirt. Yeah.
You're all in.
Wahoo, man. He's sucking up, but we love it. My mother went to UVA. We're big Wahoo fans, so it's cool having you on.
Oh, this just got better and better, man.
Right.
I love it.
We do our research.
Honestly, VA chair right now.
Nice.
Nice.
So you were talking about just how busy Sea Pines is now. Has it maintained that since March? Has it kind of just been steady the whole time, or did things kind of slow down a little bit?
So we, as a resort, I don't want to say closed, but effectively closed during that March period. So March, April, and we opened back up. We were essentially closed at the learning center for a full 6 weeks. So the driving range, the building, and they kept one golf course open during that 6-week period. Really just for the local residents to have an outlet as a place to play. And then slowly but surely, the staff came back on board. So I see almost every email that comes into the learning center, and they'll kind of divvy it out to the different instructors. And I wish I'd kept track, but the number of email inquiries that we get from people who said, "Hey, I've just started playing golf," or "I'm just getting into golf," or "I'm playing golf again and I want to take a few lessons so I can have more fun." It's off the charts.
That was something that I'd seen, I think, on Golf Channel, that they said with COVID that it's probably one of the I don't know how many positives have come out of this, but growing the game. Everybody, they're looking for things to do or get back into the sport or try the sport, and it's really cool to hear that.
Correct.
They're coming for lessons. I can probably speak for I can speak for Mark. I don't know about Chris, but I got into it and I didn't have a lesson forever, so it's awesome to hear that they're diving right in and saying,
mm-hmm.
Hey, this is something that's going to help me get better immediately, so a lot more people on the course, but to get those lessons seems pretty cool.
It really is. And unfortunate, there's a couple folks on my staff at the Learning Center who are phenomenal at new golfer lessons and beginner lessons. I honestly, from an instructor standpoint, I think that's a skill. I think we can all teach a new person how to hold the club, etc. But some instructors are just wonderful at delivering that fun experience and blending in the instruction at the same time, so it doesn't seem too overwhelming. And so I'm very fortunate. I've got a few people actually who are very good at that. So I can just hand those lessons off left, right, and center, and know that the client will get a great experience at the resort and at the learning center, and hopefully for the game's sake, they will continue to play down the road. It'll be interesting to see in 2 years' time what the rounds played numbers are. Right now, they're through the roof, across the country. And how much of that can the industry maintain? I hope that we as instructors can help maintain them, because it's more fun if you play better. That's the bottom line. You hit a better goal, if you can hit the ball more solid and straighter and you don't lose your darn golf ball as much, it's more fun. So that's where we come in as instructors. I tell everyone, just tee up a golf ball everywhere. If you're in a bunker, hit it twice and throw it on the green for the next shot. You can keep pace of play moving, you'll have more fun. It's not, do not, but I tell folks, don't keep playing until you get it in the hole. If you need to, throw the darn thing and then tap it in the hole at the end, right? I think that's make it an enjoyable, entertaining couple of hours on that 9 holes of golf. I tell new golfers generally, like, if play at the end of the day when there's less people around, because it really is, you want the new golfer to have as great a time as possible on that golf course their first few times out. You do not, as if you're a new golfer, you don't want to go off at the 9:30 a.m. tee time with like people behind you, people in front, you feel pressured. Go at 3:30, play 9 holes and tee it up everywhere. Like, have a blast.
Yeah,
I think
keep
that's
them coming
I
back,
think that's
right?
really, really important. And also keep them coming back, and play from whatever tee box you want. Like, I'll even tell new golfers, like, there's tee boxes out there. We have them, they call them family tees at Sea Pines. I was like, go play off the family tee. And I actually say this all the time. My kids, 11 and 13, and they kind of go back and forth when playing golf. I play from the family tee. Like, I go tee it up from the family tee with my kids. Go up there and play. I don't care. I make way more birdies from the family tee. I got to tell you, I shoot low numbers from that, so it's good. It's all good.
Well, and it's a different approach at the course. I was reading a book. I wish I could throw it out there, but when you play the same course a lot, playing it from different tee boxes makes you change your shots, makes you change your approach, makes you, from the distance standpoint, you're not hitting driver from the same spot.
It does.
So if it's people that are coming back that actually do play golf and they're go with their wife, or moving forward or moving back, it's a whole different game every tee box you change up. So
yeah, it really is. It's so yeah, I'm a big believer in playing whatever tee box is the most entertaining for you, and make as many birdies as possible. Like, it's so yeah, I'm setting course records from the family tee.
Awesome.
Like, do it.
I was gonna say I need more birdies, so maybe I'll move up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like what you said about getting and TrackMan said about getting them to come back. Working for the first tee. We're trying to make it as fun and engaging and obviously colorful and all the different things to kind of get the kids' brains moving a little bit. And for an adult who's 25, 35, and 40, never picked up a club before, to have a staff that's engaging and they're kind of getting that itch to come back out there. And we all know once you get that itch, like, you can't get rid of it. Like, you want to get out now. I mean, it's cold, like all these different things. And we have great instructors up here, and but I like to hear that, like, making it as engaging as possible. It doesn't matter who you are. So that was really cool for you to say.
Right. No, it's good stuff. It's there's a definite boom in golf. So I think we're like capturing the audience. That's for sure.
So we're going back into the season. We've got a quick turnaround. How you feeling about the PGA Tour season coming up with the Century champions this week?
Yeah, it's interesting with the tournament champions with the expanded field. What did I think they took the top 30? Was that right? The top 30 on the money list too this year?
I think so. Yeah.
So they expanded the field, but honestly, like, even though it's the wraparound season, I'm such a golf dork. I still think that the season starts in Hawaii. Like, it's just what it's meant to be. So
Right.
Absolutely.
I love watching the Hawaii tournaments. I love that it's like East Coast bias here. I love that it's like some prime time golf. You can watch it when you come home from work. It's dark and they're still playing. I love watching those courses, and it's the courses we all know too.
Speaking of equipment change, the big one, and I'm curious to hear what your take is. John Rahm has left Titleist and gone to Callaway, and I don't know if there's any truth to this, but he said the first round out wherever he played, he shot a 59 with the Callaway sticks. I mean,
right? It's like, so I would say the interesting thing with that is that when someone changes, obviously he's number 2 in the world right now.
He was from the family tees, right? He was playing from the
family.
Yeah,
he was family tees, right? So it's going to be an easy transition. Hold on. So I always think the golf ball is often the biggest change, and I believe he's switching the golf ball too, right? So changing ball is always I would say, the big. You hit it every time, right? And in the grand scheme of things, like, the equipment companies are so good between every single brand in terms of the shaft and the club head, and the fitters are so fantastic on tour that they can dial in the set of irons, but the bulls do perform differently. There's just no way around it. So yes, I think he won 11 times in college. So if with having familiarity with the brand, that's surely got to help him, right? So that may have even helped him in the decision.
Well, and think about confidence, I guess, too. I mean, golf is all about confidence. If you win 11 times with Callaway and then you're playing something else and you come back to Callaway, I mean,
It's
you
not
probably
a
had
big
something
jump,
right? Yeah.
right?
Not too
I
crazy,
think
right?
he should be. Yeah, you would think if that's the case. Again, this is like secondhand information I'm giving you, but like good source. So like, I think, yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna do great.
Tim, talking about the journey for junior golfers that are up and coming, or we all have young kids. I think I'm the one that has the youngest child. What's it take for, and I don't want to say what's it take, but what kind of thing do you look for when you see a kid and you're like, all right, I feel like I can kind of mold that young man to get them to the next step, whether it's the next level, whatever. What do you look for? Or what do you kind of keep an eye on?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's I get that question a lot from parents, shockingly, right? I really do. But it's a legit one, right? It is because golf does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of time from the child. It takes a lot of time from the parent to get the kid to the golf course. So, but the character, the traits that I really look for is, does the kid love it? And you can tell pretty quickly if a kid just loves it. Like, and then there's phases. Like, so I don't really work with any kids under, I think I have like, outside my daughter, maybe one 11-year-old junior I work with. The majority of the juniors I'm working with now in high school, so like we're probably 8th grade and up. So in that range, that's right when they're not being like sports specific yet. Say in 8th grade, they're doing maybe like 1 or 2 other things as well, but like golf's their passion, and they tell you it is, and you know it is because they get to the lesson early, they stay afterwards, right? But I will say that having some touch around the greens to be really good just is very important. Like a kid's got to be able to like toss a ball underhand and like throw it near a hole, right? Like there has to be some sense of, I don't want to say coordination because that's too strong, but there's got to be a sense of feel and touch in the hands. And so and that's maybe why my bias is like, I can teach them the distance, like to whatever their body can allow. I can teach that, and there'll be maximums based on your size essentially. But having like just an innate feel for like, I'm throwing a ball underhand, I'm going to like land it softly on the green over there and let it roll to the hole. I think that's an IQ that is very high. And by that, I mean, they can walk up to a shot, a ball's lying next to the green, and you can just watch the kid do it. They look down, they look at the lie, they assess how that ball is, and then they put that one away and grab another one because they know the first club wouldn't handle the lie on how that ball's sitting in the ground. And then they pull off the shot. It's the low golf IQ. They just walk up there with their lob wedge and like don't even look at how the ball's lying on the ground and hit the shot. And then they probably blade it over the green.
Thing is, I need to sign off right now. I need to go start throwing golf balls onto the green. And then I need to check my lie before I hit it. So that's some great advice.
Badly.
All things I've told you already.
Right. Yeah, I know.
There you go.
But I guess that's what, my handicap might be a little bit higher than it should.
Probably a few years ago, I had a PGA Tour player and he was struggling with his chipping and would buy a green. And I go, all right, stand like kind of side saddle, like you're going to be in your chipping technique. And I put the ball in his right hand. I was like, just toss it onto the green for me. And he's like really struggling with his chipping. And he doesn't hit the green, right? Because his chipping technique was like so in his head, right? And so he just tosses it. Then he stands there, right hand, tosses underhand and goes, I got it. Starts chipping great, right? So underhand tossing chipping, that is like one of the easiest fixes known to man to become a better chipper around the green.
I'm on it. Don't worry about that. I'm on it.
As soon as we're done here, I'm going to chip them here in the basement.
Yeah.
Start throwing them.
Yeah.